In sports news, the title race for the 2016-2017 Nigeria Professional Football League is now down to the wire as league leaders Plateau United this evening lost their matchday 37 game away to Wiki Tourists, which could have handed them the league title. The Jos-based side still leads the top with just 1 point with a game left to play. The closest rivals, MFM FC, have for the first time in the club's history picked one of the tickets for next year's CAF Champions League. The Lagos-based club side defeated Nasarawa United by 2-0 and now have 62 points from 37 games. In other league games, Rangers and Ayimba International played out a 2-2 draw. Katsina United beat already relegated Remo Stars. Rivers United also defeated another relegated side, Gombe United. Pillars beat El Kanemi Warriors 2-0. Sunshine Stars thrashed FC Fayuba 4-0. As Nigeria looks forward to battle the indomitable Lions of Cameroon in the return leg of the 2018 World Cup qualifier, football fans in the country believe the Super Eagles have an advantage. The Super Eagles on Friday defeated the African champions 4-0 in Uyo to further extend their lead in Group B to 9 points. Our correspondent, Austin Okonapan, reports.
So far, it's been a roller coaster ride for the Super Eagles of Nigeria in their quest to qualify for the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. The campaign kicked off in October last year in Ndola, Zambia.
Now, a chance and Nigeria have scored. Put in the change for passes by Nigeria. Chance now for Nigeria. When has been drawn out of his line, opportunity, and they scored. 2-0 Nigeria lead here.
The fans loved the result, but of course they wanted more. And against Algeria in Uyo, the Eagles improved.
Victor Moses. Oh, the pass came a bit too late. And the shot. And it is a goal. Victor Moses what he shot. And the fans have gone wide here. Ahmed Musa coming forward. And a goal opportunity. Victor Moses. Oh, that is the prophetic rap to the George. That's the icing of the cake. Here they come to a rousing welcome.
Then came the stern test against African champions, the indomitable Lions of Cameroon.
Leon Balogun pairing with, and that's what Diony Gallo, the way he did this, strength, accuracy, power.
The fans are loving their darling Super Eagles again and believe they can win in Yaoundé.
I hope they score more goals in Yaoundé. I hope I see the likes of Ihanacho and then Moses doing a great job out there again. And then with Mikel over there in the midfield, I hope nice things come out from it.
The fourth leg, they played fantastically well, and they played a very good match, which everybody enjoyed, and I wish they continue that.
And an opportunity there for Nigeria.
With 9 points in the bag and 3 more matches to play, qualification for the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia is looking real for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But first, they will be hoping to sustain this new beautiful momentum when they take on Cameroon in Yaoundé. Austin Okonakpan, Channels Television News.
Still in the World Cup qualifier, Norway head coach Lars Lagerbäck expects world champions Germany to have more possession ahead of tomorrow's tie. But he's confident his team would be using a simple attacking strategy to try and counter the Germans. The world champions are atop of Group C and will be hoping to maintain their perfect record after 7 games in World Cup qualifying. If they beat Norway, they could wrap up qualifications so long as Ireland failed to beat the Czech Republic on the same day.
And of course we think that Germany will have the ball much more than we have. Normally that will happen. But how we should attack out from that depends, of course, how aggressive they are. I always want to have so much variation as possible, and that's what we try to work with. So, but I mean, if Germany is very aggressive in their start of the defense, we have to adapt to that and try to get quickly out in starting position so we can play our way out of that. Doesn't matter if it's short or long. It's up to the players to take that decision.
In motorsport, Lewis Hamilton has taken outright lead of the Formula One Championship for the first time this season with a dominant win in the Italian Grand Prix. A day after breaking the all-time record for pole positions, Hamilton was in total control at Monza, leading teammate Valtteri Bottas to a 1-2 finish. Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel placed third after withstanding a late charge from Daniel Ricciardo and now trails Hamilton by 3 points.
But today the car was fantastic and really a dream to drive. So, but a big thank you to all the fans that came out today. Grazie a tutti, and you know, I look forward to coming back here next year.
U.S. Defense Chief James Mattis has warned that any threat to the U.S. or its allies by North Korea will be met with a massive military response. His comments come after a security meeting with President Donald Trump following North Korea's test of a hydrogen bomb that can be loaded onto a long-range missile. The test has been condemned by leaders around the world who agree North Korea has defied UN sanctions and warnings from the international community. The UN Security Council has scheduled an emergency meeting for Monday to discuss an international response to the North's action.
President Trump's thought on the issue came in a series of tweets this morning. He posted, "North Korea's words and actions continue to be very hostile and dangerous to the United States." And later, North Korea is a rogue nation which has become a great threat and embarrassment to China, which is trying to help but with little success. And much later, the United States is considering, in addition to other options, stopping all trade with any country doing business with North Korea. Neighboring South Korea's President Moon Jae-in said the North had made an absurd tactical mistake and would be isolated further following the test. While Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe called on the United Nations to display a strong will in order to curb North Korea. He also said Japan would take decisive action against North Korea in cooperation with the international community, raising the prospect of further sanctions on North Korea. Japanese and South Korean officials said an earthquake detected near the North test site was around 10 times more powerful than previous detonations. But there is no independent confirmation that the detonation was a hydrogen bomb. British Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson says the North's recent test could represent a new order of threat.
Towards a hydrogen bomb, which if
A massive unexploded bomb from World War II has been successfully defused by bomb experts in Germany. The bomb, weighing 1.4 tons, was the biggest in post-war German history and was found on a building site on Wednesday. Earlier today, police cordoned off the 1.5-kilometer evacuation area as residents carried luggage evacuating the danger zone. More than 100 patients from 2 hospitals were moved on Saturday, including premature babies and people in intensive care. They later told the media the evacuation, the biggest in post-war German history, involving hundreds of officials, took place on schedule, even though a handful of residents were not initially prepared to vacate the area. And the main news again. Residents of flood-ravaged Makurdi have cried out to the federal government to help them return to their homes. Thanks for watching the news at 10. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.